And we're back. Welcome to the Augustus show. Just kidding. Welcome back to Six of Swords Tarot. It's been a minute. I had to, I don't know. I guess I took like a mini break. I didn't go on Monday or Wednesday. I've just been really busy this week. So, anyway, but it's all good. I thought I would pop on. I haven't been on a Friday in a long time, and so I thought I would pop in and see what's going on. Hi, honey. We're going to start with a reading for Gus. Welcome in. If you're called to donate, let me know. Oops, I have the wrong banner. Hold up. Welcome. We are just getting started. Welcome in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Stealing that from Jessie Woo. All right, Spirit, how's Gus feeling today? He's bored, waiting around. He always has a lot to say. He wants to be a nurturer today. Okay. We'll take it, Gus. Maybe he really is like a nurturer and guardian of my energy, and I just don't realize it. But what is up, guys? What's going on with you guys? Happy Friday. Welcome in, guys. If you're called to donate, let me know. The list is open. Archangel Michael, please protect this live stream. Spirit, open me up to be a clear channel so I can deliver messages for the greater good. Hey Michelle, how are you? How's it going? All right, we have Michelle up first. And let's get into it. I'll use Everyday Witch for this. Welcome in, welcome in. Tired today. Well, we have a new moon in Sagittarius, right? So if I can get my, let me see. I can't get the planets to pull up, but I think there's a Sag stellium going on. But either way, so the best way I would say, I think there's two interesting things going on astrologically right now. We have Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, and the ruler of Jupiter is Sagittarius. So we have this interesting Sag story playing out. Sorry, let me rephrase that. The reason it's significant is because Cancer is exalted in, Jupiter is exalted in the sign of Cancer, but then we have the Sagittarius story playing out with the Sag stellium and with the Sun and Moon in Sag today. So you can look at where Sagittarius is, and I believe it's 28 degrees of where your birth chart is. Some people do whole houses. I like to look to see where exact degree is because I think it's more accurate, but that's just me. But anyway, so, and because it's a new moon in Sagittarius, it's going to, let's push ourselves out of the, Jupiter and Sagittarius is all about expansion. How can we push ourselves? How can we have a breakthrough in whatever house that this is falling in? It's kind of like a new energetic fresh start in some type of area, or a way to bend your mind, even if it isn't a physical transformation like a first house. It could be like a psychological, mine's happening in my 11th house. So for me, I'm learning, Michelle, I hope it's okay that I talk about this for a sec. For me, it's about my friendship. It's in my 11th house of friendship, and I have definitely been learning a lot. Um, and I'm really grateful for this moon and this transit. So I don't always do super well with fire energy, but I will say I'm grateful for the lessons and the being able to integrate some of because Sag is really light energy and I have so much heavy energy in my chart that it's interesting to see like, oh, hold on, hey, that's how we incorporate that. So anyway, I also know a lot of Sagittarius risings. So it's happening in your third house. So your third house is can involve not like seventh house family, but the third house is about your local community. It's about communication and how you're speaking, and it also has to do with like extended family as well. So how can you, start over? And Sagittarius, I also feel like, is sometimes about doing things in an easier way where you're not like making waves or rocking the boat. And so maybe the way that you're communicating and relating to those themes of the third house is like a fresh start for you. Okay, let's get into your questions. So I'm not really, does anyone else hate this new iPhone update? Go ahead and post your first question, my friend. I'm not a fan of this whatsoever. What blessings are coming my way in early 2026? I'm trying to get my spirits up. Well, let's take a look. Spirit, show me what blessings are coming towards Michelle in early 2026. What blessings are coming towards Michelle? We have 5 of Cups. Give me 1 second. Ooh, I like this, actually. I would call this an unsuspected ally and partnership. Now, I don't necessarily mean romantically, but I feel like with a project that you're working on or something that you're solving. The 3 of Pentacles. I think the energy that you're coming from right now, the energy that you're in right now, very interesting. We have 5, we start off with the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups can talk about emotional despair. You can't see beyond, the sadness or the grief. It can also often be a card of grief, right? And the Chariot's coming in hot. I also love, I'm going to talk about all of these. You know what? Let me turn my other light on in here because it's really dark. Sorry, Michelle. Ooh, I'm flying around on this thing. Okay. What I love about this 9 of Pentacles in the center of this reading and this deck is that she really is giving Empress energy, which I love. So let me read these cards to you real quick. So I have 5 of Cups, Chariot, 9 of Pentacles, Tower, Lovers, 8 of Pentacles, into the Moon. And so what I am seeing happening for you is if you are coming from an energy where you're feeling energetically low, 4 of Pentacles, you're feeling held back. Maybe you're dealing with some type of low vibrational energy, whether that's, depression, grief, sadness, just feeling really down and out. I think in early 2026, you kind of get that pep back in your step and you get your energy back. And this could even be mentally as well. The Chariot, like I am finally ready to move forward and I'm ready to do this thing. And I'm ready to do this thing by myself. Nine of Pentacles is the single woman who's ready to go achieve and also enjoy the fruits of her labor. The other thing I'll say about that is let yourself, treat yourself within reason, especially if you're not one to celebrate yourself or to like treat yourself or let yourself do something that you've been wanting to do, or buy that thing that, you know what I mean? Again, within reason, not being like crazy. I think that's doing something that you wouldn't normally do to celebrate or treat yourself is actually going to shift your energy a little bit in this case. We also have this Tower moment coming in, which is what is unexpected. Well, part of this unexpected blessing is that we have the Lovers coming in, and it's also tied to the Eight of Pentacles. So I don't necessarily feel like it would be like a romantic partner, but I feel like this is some type of ally that swoops in, and this could even be someone that you thought was a potential enemy or adversary, like in your past, that actually comes to your side and becomes an ally. And it's a little bit surprising. And with this third house energy that you're dealing with, we also have the moon here. So I kind of feel like this moon is a little bit significant for you in the way that you're communicating with other people. So to answer your question, what blessings are coming in early 2026? More energy, care, and compassion for yourself. A return of energy, being able to hit the ground running. Especially, the other thing I'm feeling with the Tower is if you've been trying to here's an example. If you've been working on a project or you've been trying to accomplish something and you feel like you're hitting a brick wall, I actually feel like there's a breakthrough coming where you can kind of start over with fresh eyes, and it's like that aha moment, like the light bulb goes off and you have that inspiration and you have that clear vision. And maybe this clear vision comes to you during, if you get any time off for the holidays. Early 2026, there's a clear vision and a clear plan for something is going to work out for you that you've been struggling to solve for in the past. And this maybe could include this other person coming to your aid and helping you work so that it's not all on your back. You're not the one carrying the whole load, if that makes sense. And the other thing that's really important is how quickly the moon reminds us how quickly things can change. Because everything is temporary. The moon stays in a sign for maybe 2-3 days, right? Not even 3 full days. So energies move quickly. You're not going, if you are feeling like you're stuck, you're in a rut, you're feeling down, that's not going to last forever. And again, here we have top of the deck. We had 3 of Pentacles, working together harmoniously with other people in a way that's going to surprise you. Spirit, what other blessings are coming towards Michelle in early 2026? 4th house, Pluto in the 4th house, and Capricorn. So what is Capricorn? Capricorn is very much about career, 10th house, business. I don't know if you work from home or if you're thinking about doing some type of side business at home, but there could be some type of transformation with Pluto in the 4th house here for you to be thinking about things. Or this could be like, I was also picking up some Virgo energy. Maybe this is you kind of like organizing things and maybe like selling things, right? Selling stuff on Poshmark or eBay or something like that. It doesn't have to be like a super formal side hustle, but getting very clear, organized, or maybe completely transforming your home as well here with Pluto and Capricorn in the 4th house. So that's what I got for your first reading. Let me know your next question. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I unfollowed and unfriended the Taurus on my social media and I feel better. I didn't want to see his relationship. However, I'm curious if he noticed. Let's find out. And you said I shouldn't care. No worries. I also will tell you, I think it's a healthy move. I think it's a really healthy move. Because some people are like, la, da, da. They stay like friends with people forever. And it's like, if they're not in your life, and it's like, if it's not, doing anything positive for you, and you want to just completely cut that cord, then I think it's a healthy move. But let's see. Did he have a reaction to that, Spirit? Show me the energy of the Taurus in regard to Michelle unfollowing them. Spirit, show me the energy. Did the Taurus notice? What was their reaction? What was their reaction to it, the Hermit? Do they still follow you? I think he's acknowledging, I think it was time. The Seven of Pentacles, enough time has passed here. He doesn't follow you. Okay. Yeah, no, I think it was definitely time. He realizes, Three of Swords, Four of Cups, this isn't the current reality anymore, right? Of you guys being in this relationship. So, the Hermit, I think he is acknowledging, that maybe there were some hurt feelings here. Yeah. But I do think that he is going to notice. If he hasn't already, he is going to notice. And I think his reaction is, I don't think that he necessarily has negative feelings towards you. The Six of Cups is, overall, I would say a positive feeling card, but the surrounding cards are like, enough time has passed, there were hurt feelings, like it probably doesn't make sense anymore and I feel like he has sensed that he's realizing that you have moved on. The Nine of Wands and Eight of Cups, like it was time. Hermit, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Eight of Cups, you're moving on into new energy and you guys don't need to be connected anymore. So nothing too crazy. I do think that he'll notice. I actually feel like he probably wishes you well, but I don't know. What I will say is, I don't and forgive me, Michelle, I don't remember all of the details of what went down, but I don't think that he would have had your best interests or would have brought out the best in you if you guys were to have stayed together long term. Like, I don't know if you ever think about that, but I think, enough time has passed. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles again. We had Nine of Pentacles in your other reading too. Like, I want you to, anytime that you're feeling down and out, I have a feeling, Michelle, that you've been able to achieve a whole lot by yourself, and that maybe you've accomplished, whether that's like education, career, whatever it is that your thing is. And know that, like, nobody can take that away from you. Like, I just feel like you may be one of those people, it's ironic I'm saying this, where it's like the people around you can see this, like, how much of a gem of a human being you are, but sometimes you can't see it. And I want you to, even going back into your other reading, like, let yourself celebrate yourself for your accomplishments. Even if you're single, even if you're not in a relationship, even if maybe you don't have friends or family that you feel comfortable with, you need to create your own traditions, and you need to create your own things where you can celebrate yourself by yourself. And, this generation is just different. And so, I don't know, I hope I'm making some kind of sense here. I do feel that you will energetically fully heal and move on from this Eight of Cups. Like, I do see you, truly healing from this. No matter how heartbreaking it was, I think Spirit blocked this from progressing any further for whatever reason, right? Pluto in the 4th house. I don't know. Again, we're getting fourth house energy and Pluto again. Are you moving? Did they move? Thank you, Kendra. Welcome in. Did they move somewhere? Or are you thinking about moving somewhere? But yeah, the concern is now with Cancer and Pluto in the 4th house, now we're talking about Cancer is how we care up for ourselves, how we're nurturing ourselves. 4th house in the home, right? In your home space. And so I see you, and I don't want to be a cliche reader when I say this, but I'm seeing a little season of you, like, cocooning yourself and really protecting your mental peace, nurturing yourself, and treating yourself, and just being proud of how far you've come and everything you've been able to accomplish for yourself. So, the bottom of the deck, I'm hearing that stupid song, Natasha Bedingfield, like, the rest is still unwritten, and then we have unknown at the bottom of the deck, which is a bonus card in this deck. So I just feel like there's a blank slate in front of you. And going back to your other reading, when I think about those cards that were on the table, like, you have a beautiful blank slate in front of you, and you could create anything that you want to create. Don't let him, the pain of him, or, work conditions or anything else, like, hold you back from creating what it is that you want in this life. So, and what else did we have here at the top of the deck? Yeah, that Nine of Pentacles. Again, abundantly standing on your own with the resources to create what you want. So I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. I think, yeah, he's going to notice and realize, like, you've moved on emotionally, energetically, and it was the right time. Thank you so much. All right, welcome in, guys. If you're called to donate, let me know. Let me update my list. Subscribe, subscribe. All right, we got Kendra for 2. Thanks for joining this Friday. Welcome in. If you're called to donate, you want to get on the list for a reading. I have 3 reading options. And I'm sorry my nails aren't done. I didn't get that far today. I've been going to the gym a lot and I'm really trying to take care of my health these days. And so it's, you know, when you focus on one thing, something else slides. And I feel like I've been hanging in the game with tarot, but I haven't been able to do as many readings this year, but I feel like I'm still in the game. I'm still doing it like once or twice a week on YouTube. So I feel like we're all right. And as always, my books are open. If you want to book a private reading with me, all my information is in the description. Kendra, you are up, babe, whenever you get back. And let's see what I want to use for Kendra. I guess it's going to depend on the questions, too. We'll see what Kendra wants to get into. I kind of want to use... You know what? I kind of want to use this deck for Kendra. Oh my gosh, my autofocus. I hate that. All right, Kendra, you are up. Go ahead and post. My friend. Let's find out. Let's find out, Kendra. What's going on? All right, Spirit, show me why were Kendra's coworkers acting weird today? Tower. Why were Kendra's coworkers acting weird today? Why were they acting weird? And you know what? I'm going to ask this in a couple different ways. I want to say, how do I want to say this? Why were they acting weird today? Why were they acting weird today? Moon, new moon in Sag. I think it was just weird vibes all around. Why were they acting weird? Why were they acting weird? Why were they acting weird? Did Kendra do something wrong? Did Kendra do something wrong? You know what I think happened? I think somebody got a promotion or a bonus and they were told not to talk about it and the energy got weird. No, I don't think you did anything wrong. 6 of Pentacles, I feel like your energy has been open. Yeah, we have 10 of Cups. Your energy, I feel like, has been open and collaborative with people. I think that there was a secret And it wasn't that they specifically didn't want to tell you. I think the vibes of the day in general were just kind of weird. And when it comes to money conversations in the workplace, people can get really, really funny and weird. And so I think someone got a raise or a bonus and they were kind of telling somebody about it. So it was more about sharing personal information, and it wasn't about you. That's what I feel. High Priestess. I wouldn't worry about this whatsoever. I don't think you did anything wrong. If anything, I think you've actually been. I think that you've been energetically open and wanting to grow and learn. Or maybe they were wondering if you got something too with this Empress energy. But either way, I don't think it was about you. You ever you walk into a room and people are like whispering, and so you assume it's about you, but it really isn't. I don't think it was about you. I think it was about particularly, I don't know if it was majority females, but I'm feeling there's a lot of females in this spread. And I just, especially with this moon energy, and someone wanted to share news with somebody that came up today. And the overall energy with the Sag moon, I think it was just weird. They seemed to ignore you. I think the vibes of the day were just weird in general. I don't think you did anything wrong. Venus. Yeah, we're talking about workplace stuff here. Venus and Capricorn in the 10th house. Like not wanting to talk to me. I wouldn't take it personal for now. I think people just had other stuff going on in their heads. Venus, Virgo in the 10th house. We're talking about money. Capricorn, 10th house, career energy. That's what I'm picking up on. I mean, see if the energy persists, but I just feel like it was the moon out of the gate. Wheel of Fortune is showing a shift in energy, so like you're not crazy, right? Like you're picking up on something, but I don't think it's personal. Got it. Okay. Let's move on to your next one. Ooh. His energy is rubbing you the wrong way. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Is there a shift in energy? Is he being a jerk, rubbing you the wrong way? Or you just suddenly feel like an aversion to him? Something seems off. Spirit, why is his energy world? He's more self-absorbed. Spirit, show me. Why is his energy rubbing Kendra the wrong way? Has he made any plans with you, or are you guys just like friends at this point? I do feel like it's funny. I have the Queen of Wands, which is you, our little Aries, with her. Look at how cute this little cat is down here. We have our Queen of Wands. We have the Devil here. Like I think there's an attraction towards you, but I feel like he knows that like it can't happen or it's forbidden for whatever reason because of the whole like work situation. It feels like. Um, I do think that he is very much. We also have the Knight of Wand, or the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords moves very, very quickly, and I think it's possible, like, this could be contributing, but I think it's possible he could be, like, talking to other people, and he's concerning himself with other things, so he may not be as attentive or responsive or engaged as maybe he kind of was in the beginning of, like, chatting and learning about you and like creating a friendship. I hate to make a blanket statement, but I feel like men in general can be extremely self-absorbed as well. They don't think and feel the way that women do. But if his behavior has changed, I think he's always talking about himself. I think he's just showing you who he really is. Look how great I am. Look at maybe whether it's positive self or positive or negative self-talk, right? Like, here's this thing about me, and here I'm all consumed of this, what's happening with me. I think he started the mask of like, oh wow, here's this new guy. Like, he's finally showing you, after 90 days of knowing someone, especially like intimately working with someone on a daily basis, the mask slips pretty quickly, right? And you really get to know who people are. And so I think he's showing you who he really is, which is a great thing, because if he's self-absorbed and only wants to talk about himself, better you know now. But why is he rubbing you the wrong way? I just think this is who he really is. He's feeling more comfortable sharing, but I think he probably is a little bit self-absorbed. You know what I mean? Leo, 10th house. Why are we getting... I've got Pluto like all day long. Leo and Pluto in the 10th house. The way he communicates is also, Pluto in Leo is a very aggressive energy. Pluto, and let me explain why. We got time. Nobody else is in line. Let's talk about why. Well, we have Pluto here. The ruler of Pluto is Scorpio. Hello, welcome in. And then we have Leo here. Pluto squares Leo. Scorpio and Leo, major, I want to be like, major power struggles. Welcome, Holly. Thank you so much. You will be after Kendra. And so I think maybe the way that he moves and the way he communicates could either square or challenge the way you communicate, and you're kind of turned off. You might even be getting the ick from him. But that's a good thing if you're not into it anymore, because then you can kind of just like, we meet these people, right? And we think, oh, they're so attractive, and then I think it was a Lifetime movie I watched sometime where they were, one time, like, a while back, I'm such a loser, and this lady was like, no matter how pretty the girl, someone somewhere is sick of her, right? And I feel like that goes for anybody. Like, no one is so beautiful. No one is on such a pedestal. Like, we're all just disgusting human beings at the end of the day. I think you're getting the ick. And I want you to listen to that ick, right? Because what the higher the ick rises for you, you're going to realize, like, this guy ain't it. You know what I mean? I do think he's attracted to you, though. But I don't know that he, Four of Swords, I don't see him making moves because you guys are working together. I mean, how many guys, girl, there's plenty of guys I would have kept dating if they never opened their mouth. But that's how you get to know people. And once, you get turned off, you're turned off. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. We're going to move on to Holly. Welcome in. How are you doing, Holly? What is up? Thank you, Kendra. All right, Holly, let's do it. Go ahead and post. Thanks for jumping on a Friday, guys. I thought I would hop on. What are you guys? Do you guys have holiday plans? What are you doing? I'm going to have a Jewish Christmas, which means that I will be going to the movies and getting Chinese food. What are you guys doing? I think I'm going to go see that new Sydney Sweeney movie. Possible relationship. All right, Holly, let's get into it. All right. I'm using a really beautiful deck. This is the Moonchild Shadow Edition. Is it Anand? I'm going to say A, just so I don't butcher it. Spirit, let's connect to Holly's energy and on A's energy. I want to pick up on what I can pick up here. I'm going to give you a little info, what I'm picking up from this person, and gender aside, okay, what I'm picking up on is there's some really, really interesting, I'm seeing A like as a child, and I feel like their father, there was a very interesting masculine influence on their life, and there was some pressure, a lot of pressure from the father energy in their life as to how they were supposed to live or do things a certain way. I don't know if that resonates, but that's interesting that that's coming up. And so I don't know if this translates to, if this person has like masculine characteristics where they're like, I need to be a certain way, and I need, like, I'm picking up, and I don't mean this in a negative way, like very stubborn, very hard-headed, like, it could be Taurus, could be earth sign energy, but just very, it is not easy to change. Yes, he worked hard. Yes, so it is not very easy to change this person's mind. It is not very, earth, yes. It is not easy for this person to change their mind. It is not easy. This is someone who is not easily swayed because their parents or the father, someone in their upbringing, like instilled this very extreme or intense, this is how things are, to where, and I don't mean this in a negative way, I'm just throwing out the energy I'm picking up. When you are raised in a box, right? We see this on, maybe you experience this or maybe you've seen this on TV, right? When you're raised in a cage or in a box and you are told what your religion is and you are told what your beliefs are and you are told blah, 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 it's really hard to, when you are met with an expanse, and it's really ironic and funny that you're asking about this during Sagittarius season on a Sag new moon today, because Sag is all about expansive thought, right? And religion and philosophy and exploring all of that. And so I think is going through maybe some realizations about who they are and what they want, as opposed to what they were told to be. Okay, that's I just want to give you a little tidbit. Are you new or have I read for you before? Either way, I love, for people I don't read for all the time, it's I feel like it's fresher. I don't know, it's really interesting, but sometimes I'll get like a flood of information and it's kind of exciting. Anyway, I am new. Well, welcome, Holly. Okay, so let's read about, how does A feel about Thank you, Kendra. How does A honestly feel about Holly? How does A honestly feel about Holly? This is a possible relationship. Four of Wands, they feel very comfortable with you. We have King of Pentacles, more earth energy, like I picked up on in the earlier reading. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Page of Cups. And we also have Ten of Cups. This is really beautiful energy. So far, so good. We have Ten of Swords. And we have King of Wands. Okay. Let's talk about the newbie. Welcome in. Good to see you. Okay. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I think this person is interested in you, but I would let them kind of lead and come towards you. Yeah, we picked up the Seven of Wands, which is, I think I'm just picking up on some other energy that's going on in their life. Again, I don't know how much you know this person, but anyways. But let's talk about how are they feeling towards you honestly. I have a lot of information here. Four of Wands, they feel very comfortable with you, which is great. The number one thing an earth sign, masculine, I'm assuming in this case, doesn't have to be, but with this King of Pentacles, that energy I'm picking up on, right? We can plug and play with the gender stuff. So him, okay. So with this King of Pentacles, they move slower. I've dated a lot of earth sign men, okay? Tauruses are definitely the slowest. Virgos are just interesting. And Capricorns are like, we need to do this by the book, right? And so he feels very comfortable with you, which is very, very important for an earth sign to feel. The number one thing, because they want the creature comforts, right? Of a connection. He does intend to spend time with you, talk to you, see you. He wants to approach things in a very gentle way before he would dive all in. Virgo, okay? Yeah, so he's trying to meticulously, with that Virgo energy, they're not playing games. They're trying to figure out, when do I text them? When do I call them? Blah, blah, blah. And they want to follow a particular methodology of, we go on a date and we do this and we do that. So overall energy looking really good for you to potentially start something with this person that could lead somewhere. So how they feel about you, Ten of Cups is, a little too premature for, you know, if we're before like a first date type of thing. I don't know how deep you are with this person, but I would say that there's a place for feelings to grow, and there's really beautiful energy. I want to talk about, let me know if I can give you any other clarification, but the other thing I'm seeing here, which is really interesting, I don't know if this is an ex. We have the 10 of Swords and the King of Wands. I don't know if you recently got out of something or they recently got out of something, but this is a really different dynamic than, I mean, the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles are very different energies. And you have a friendship first, you said. Yeah, so 10 of Swords and the King of Wands. It could be that there's another potential person hanging around for you, or this is someone you may have cut off from the past. But I think this Virgo is a very different energy than what you've ever dealt with. And if there is another ex or another person, maybe a fire sign, doesn't have to be hanging around, you may want to make sure you're fully healed and cut off from that person so that you can move on with this person with when the time is right. Spirit, show me, what are their true feelings? But yeah, the feelings are growing here. Do you know who this King of Wands is? I cut many people off. Okay. Got it. Third house. Cancer. Saturn. Third house is about communication, day-to-day communication. Cancer, Saturn. Is there a challenge in your communication? Is there like a time zone thing? What is this Saturn about? Or like, is there a distance, or like, do you work together? Why is Saturn in the third house? And if it's not that, maybe you guys, this could be like if you guys like work or have like different types of shifts. If that makes sense. But I do think that he is willing to nurture the communication to kind of see where this thing goes. But there's some type of third house challenge here with Saturn in the third. He lives 3 hours away, but I'm American. Okay. Hey, I'm American. I've dated Indian guys before, and I actually am a fan. Big fan. Big fan. Middle Eastern, Indian. That's my favorite. Oh, well, that's, I mean, girl, big fan too. I love that for you. So yeah, Holly, especially, girl, I've been there with down the doctor road. It's super, that's what this is. So it's very demanding. And Cancer, right? Cancer is about caring for other people. So the other thing I'll say, and I don't need to know what kind of doctor he is, but what I will say is, or like how far he is out of residency and all that stuff, because I played that game before. They are spending such an incredible amount of energy. And shout out to our nurse. We have a lot of nurses on the channel. Shout out to all you healthcare workers. But yeah, it's a lot of energy expended, especially in like a hospital setting. Anyways, so yeah, they could have a really demanding job, but 3 hours isn't 3 hours isn't the end of the world. So I think he's interesting. But I will say there could be another fire sign that pops up that you may or may not already know, and you might like want to cut them off and focus on this and focus on this Virgo. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Thank you so much. You're also going into the medical field. I love that. Well, it sounds like you guys are going to have a lot in common then. I will leave that with you. And you know what? That actually, going back to the cultural thing, that actually makes a lot of sense because I've dated Indian guys, I've dated Middle Eastern guys that are oh my God, Muslim people. And like they can very much, not always, not every person, but I'm just saying that energy I was picking up with the father and like this is the way that you're supposed to blah 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 blah. That's the energy I was picking up on. Okay. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Thank you so much. All right, up next I have the beautiful Kendra. We are at 1 hour. I am now going to do last call. Kendra, go ahead and post, babe. We're going to do last call for donations. I think I'm going to come on Sunday at like 11 a.m. Eastern. Why isn't my banner? Oh, there we go. That's my plan, is to do another Sunday morning-ish vibe. All right, Kendra, we want a general reading. Let me decide which deck I want. Last call, guys. And welcome, Holly. It's great to have you over here. I'm weird, but we have a good time. Kendra, I'm going to use your favorite. That's what I'll use. Perfect. I got the light seers for you, boo-boo. All right, last call, guys. All right, Spirit, we're going to connect. All right, Spirit. Open me up to Kendra's energy. I want to give her the best general reading we can give her today. She's going to climb up here. They're showing me citrus, like oranges, lemon. Let me see. When I see oranges in a reading, it's about energy and vitality, healthy energy, or focusing on even focusing on physical health. Let me see what else. They're showing me a canoe. I think you're gonna do specifically during the spring. This is so random. In the springtime, 2026, I think you are going to be exploring things outside the box of what you would normally do. Like you're doing and trying new things. I also see you doing things by yourself and going out like even alone on the town. Not being afraid to like explore. And I feel like that's the best way to kind of F around and find out so that you can find more community and find your tribe. That's fun. Yeah, I'm seeing you being very energetic next year. You're like, I don't want to waste any time. I want to explore and explore things and check things out. This is also an incredible quality to have, Kendra, because some people are, and not as a criticism, but some people are maybe too shy or too afraid to do things on their own. And so that's a good, even, I don't care if you're 20 years old or 50 years old, it's a good quality to remain open to learning and discovering, right? Because the journey never ends. Okay, what else? Two of Pentacles. General reading. We have the Queen of Swords. You're like, who needs a queen? Who needs the Queen of Wands? I'm gonna trade her in for the Queen of Swords. Ooh. Oh, we got him. We got the King of Wands. Eight of Swords and Four of Cups. Yeah, I see you moving into a rhythm in your life where you are content. You have enough. You have enough. You don't need to be acting any type of way to... I see you focusing on protecting your peace and protecting your contentment. I don't care if you're single. I don't care if you're hanging out with your friends, family, whatever. Like, you're happy and content with your day-to-day routine and what you're doing and filling your own cups, and you're going and doing that thing that maybe, your BFF from third grade, Sally, may not want to do, and that's not her thing, but you think it could be your thing and you want to go try it by yourself. The Page of Wands energetically also, when I also say that, like, I know I've talked about this before, but like through spiritual meetup groups, like I've met so many people in my life through different spiritual communities, connections, meetup groups. So like Page of Wands, getting curious, the Hierophant, going to meditations, moon circles, connecting with your local people and getting curious. Because you just might find chosen family, community, and maybe if you're lucky, this little King of Wands energy. Yeah. And in loving your own company, you can go somewhere and not feel weird if it's like a group and you're getting, because chances are there's going to be another person like you who's going to that group, right, for the first time or checking something out. And oftentimes when you go to stuff like that, people will be like, oh, hey, what's your name? Like, where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. Like, people are not always super combative. They want to generally like welcome people to things, you know what I mean? And so when you're feeling there's also going to be some growth with you of getting out of your own head this year and not being so self-critical. Or I see whenever you are maybe feeling down or something is annoying you and you're not happy with the way things are going, you're just like, okay, my Aries self, my Page of Wands, I'm going to go read this book. I'm going to go for a jog. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go to this meditation class. I'm going to Pilates. Like, F this feeling. This is just a stupid, intrusive thought that I'm having, and I don't need to be worried about this. So, balancing things in your life, protecting your peace, getting curious, connecting to spirit and a spiritual community, And here's the other, I talk about this with my friends a bit too. Here's what I'll say. And this isn't, this isn't a love reading for me. I'm just saying. Wait, and it's interesting because I have the 10 of Cups and this King of Wands, but that's not how I'm necessarily reading this. Make sure that you're filling all of your cups with this 10 of Cups, because when this beautiful King of Wands walks into your life, whether he's healthy, he could be healthy or he could be poisonous, okay? And if your cups are empty, you might be willing to drink from a poisonous cup. I'm not saying you will, I'm just saying. And so make sure that your cups are full, you're feeling good, you're taking care of yourself. And just like with this guy that you're talking to right now, you start to get the ick. You're like, yeah, he's self-absorbed. This conversation, he's like all about himself, not my vibe. And because you're coming from a place of strength. You know what I mean? You're coming from a place of fullness. I'm so full with my community. I'm so full with my family. I'm so full with the love of my friends. I don't care if, you know, Karamo, if he was straight, Justin Bell, this kind of looks like Karamo. Do you guys know who Karamo is? He's like, whew, but he's gay. It's fine. Yeah, Justin Bell, whoever it is walks in the room, we can appreciate, like, oh yeah, that guy's super hot, but like, we don't need to put him on a pedestal. So yeah, and this is about healing your triggers, healing the things that keep you in your head, healing those insecurities that keep you overthinking. And when they do pop up and they happen and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing it again, or you know, you going and exploring and building this strong foundation for yourself where you feel so full is it's letting you move from, and it's not going to say like every day is perfect and every day you're going to feel so full of blah blah blah, but if that's your baseline and you're feeling pretty good every day, like that's a damn good place to be. And I see you getting there. I know I love Karamo too. He is a specimen. I feel like he looks like he was like chiseled out of a piece of like gemstone or something. Like he's on another level physically, I feel like. What else for Kendra? Friendship, yes, new friends, manifestation, family, strong bonds with family and friends, connecting connecting to a spiritual routine or spiritual community that you feel like you can really rest in, that you feel like is a safe and supportive place for you to land. Let's see what else we have for you. I'm going to grab, these are really cool cards. Cosmic guidance. I like the smell of this deck. I don't know why. I don't use this very often, but it's here. It's in my cart. Yeah, stillness, lack of movement. Now, I don't necessarily see that as a lack of movement, like where you're not doing things, but finding peace in the stillness of your life. Like you don't need to be doing the most extreme things here and there. Like the quiet moments of your life, you're finding a lot of contentment in. Nurture your creative energy. Create. Blessings, inspiration, and time to shine, the Star. Yeah, this is all about you energy. See? Isn't it a beautiful life? No kids, no man. You can do whatever you want. It's so funny. So I used to get, I'll tell you my little anecdote. I'll roll your dice real quick. But there's a reason I don't celebrate Christmas, and it's not all because of Christianity. So we have, ooh, this is beautiful. Venus and Sag. Venus and Sag in the 7th house. Now let's talk about this. So this is fire energy, very compatible with you. Do you know what your Venus sign is? And because we're having this Sag new moon today, I feel like with you, there's this energy of, if it doesn't feel like true love and true contentment and true joy should feel light and bright. Think about Libra energy. Libra energy isn't something that you can grab. It kind of like falls through your hands. Am I making any? Augustus. Sorry, my Aries needed a moment to shine here. I thought he was going to knock this lamp over. But anyways, with Venus and Sag, it's a very free-flowing, free-loving energy in the 7th house. And this energy, it's not about controlling, it's about allowing. Yeah, so Gemini Venus, which would do well with Sag energy, actually. Are they opposites? I think they're compatible, though. Yes, this is my little Aries baby. He is this wild man. He's not wild, but he's just the funniest. He is one of the funniest little babies. He's got an Aquarius moon. He's so weird. Anyway, and so all of that to say, Sagittarius energy can't be controlled. It can't be tamed. Even literally, Miley Cyrus, the Sagittarius, wrote a song called "Can't Be Tamed," or someone wrote it for her. Anyway, but it's about allowing and not controlling and letting the energy flow very freely. Gus, you're set. You know what's really funny, you guys? I don't always do amazingly with Sag energy, but some of my best friends are all Sag risings, which is so funny. But anywho, but no, so I don't celebrate. So part of, now I'll go into my anecdote if you didn't want to hear it, but me protecting my peace, you know, when I was younger and I was, you know, playing house and all of these things that I was way too young to be acting so grown, I remember like, I need to get the perfect gift for the blah, 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 and oh my God. And it was like, because I'm such a perfectionist and I stress the F out over everything, I remember feeling like physically sick during the holiday season. And then I was like, first of all, I don't even believe in what this is. Personally, I think Jesus is an Aries, I think, right? Or a Taurus. Like, I don't even think he was born on December 25th. And I'm like, this is literally just like a, not to go off like on, you know, F the man, because I'm very much, I'm a supporter of capitalism. But anyways, that's another topic. Like, the money and the stress and the time wasted and the junk and the landfills and all of this crap, right, that we do for Christmas is so crazy. It would stress me out. And so I was like, I don't need to do this anymore. And so when all of the important people in my life died, I was like, you know what? I don't need to do this for anybody anymore. And so I'm not going to do it. So yeah, so I'm having a Jewish Christmas and I'm really excited about it. So going to the movies, I'm going to see the Sydney Sweeney movie and I'm going to get me some Chinese food and it's going to be glorious. When my cousin was still alive, we did that every Christmas Eve. We would go, not go out to the movie, but maybe sometimes. But we would always do Chinese food on Christmas Eve at least. Anyway, so I'm making... All right, I think we're all set. set. Kendra, thank you guys so much. Thanks to everyone who was here today, and make sure you like and subscribe. And I think I'll be back Sunday. I'll come back on Sunday. I will see you later. Bye. And hopefully my nails will be done by then. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Bye.